Grand Risings, Butterdog. What's flopping, dude? Okay, what do we got? Let me crank up the 5G here for a second. It's an inside joke. Oh, my shit. It's got dusty. Okay, brightness, maximum output. Okay. Welcome every dear soul on here. It's a beautiful day. It's a puffy day, man. You wake up feeling a bit puffy when it's this hot out, man. Holy. Everyone comment below what you think the moon is. What is the moon? Because it can't be a spinning ball up there, right? So what the hell is it? It's a luminary, but what does that mean? Dang, man. Okay, hold on a second. They're putting new smart meters around, apparently, by the way. They're apparently upgrading smart meters. Let me type this in, find out what it is. I'm about to shout out the live on Instagram, Butter. Smart meters upgrade. Ontario. Oh, yeah. Across on, yeah. Utility, yeah. They're conducting mandatory multi-year smart meter upgrades as we speak. So the switch is provincially driven to modernize the electrical grid, support electrified technologies, and ensure accurate billing. Yeah. Except people have had very inaccurate billing even with smart meters. I wonder if what's an upgraded smart meter going to be? You know, something shocking. Okay, hold on a second. TikTok, man. Shit shock, man. It's freaking... They'll shut you down real quick on there. Okay, let me shout out the live here. Oh, Sheldon's live.
It's important not to just simply focus on the dark side. It's going to consume you. And where attention goes, energy flows. So there's a piece of myself that...
Shout out to freaking Shell, man. Okay, let's get this live going. What do I call it again? Oh yeah, the CERN. Wait till you guys hear about CERN. I know you heard it's closed down, but I got more for you. Okay, here we go. And the crazy part is that imagine if you lived within CERN, like imagine if you lived in Switzerland there and you were within the radius of CERN being on. What type of vibration does that give you, man? I think someone DM'd me saying they live there and they told me what it was like. I got to read that DM again. But dude, CERN, there's something's changed because look, what are the odds? CERN gets turned off and then all of a sudden we all find that Willy Wonka Mandela effect. What are the odds of that? Did it just cause that? Because no one was talking about that a little while ago. Zenith says, what is CERN? CERN is a strange thing that's in Switzerland where they send and beam particles at each other at 1,000,000 miles an hour to try and like study space-time or something. It's not in the US. No, Gerber, it's in Switzerland and it's underground. It's like 20,000 miles. Like it's a huge, long underground tunnel that's a big loop. And anyway, so it's said to alter timelines. Like the official story is that it's for science or whatever, but it's also allegedly people think it's like a portal and letting demons in and shit. So Levi, only like from the app itself, like if you get fact checked or something, stuff like that. But listen, yeah, they say they're trying to find the God particle. That's right, exactly. Mary, Listen, I want to talk a lot more about. I mean, there's a lot more to talk about CERN, but I've gotten strikes. Speaking of strikes, I have gotten strikes. Literally on Instagram before for talking about fluoride. We're talking about a lot more than that on my Rumble live stream channel, which we are streaming on right now, which we have 20 some odd people on. So if you want to tune in to the deep dive of this with zero censorship at all, we are live right now on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. Shout out to Jer Bear. It's a particle accelerator. It doesn't alter timelines. What is happening here? Well, Lindsay, I know that's the official story, but if you see, go and watch, and this is true, go and look at the opening ceremony for CERN. Take a look at the weird, trippy, demonic-looking ceremony they had when they opened CERN, when they announced its opening, and the logo of CERN has 3 6s in it, just like Coca-Cola does, Google Chrome does. There's 3 6s in the logo. There's something else about it. It's not the official story is just that. It's the official story. It's not legit though. So listen, we're live on Rumble. Click the link in my bio. Come to Rumble now. I know, Jay, that is a shocking thought. What's the story of the monks who had these old ancient candles that they were always burning and they always lasted the same amount of time, and then now all of a sudden the candle like burns out before the day's over, or vice versa? Do you guys hear that story? It's shocking, man. And also, we know that we got CERN, we got the earthquakes, we got the Euphrates River drying up. Some stuff is popping off, man. So listen, come to Rumble now. It's at the link in my bio. Honestly, all of you guys, you guys are shooting the bull in here. Wait till you come to Rumble where we can really get into it. All right. Hope to see you guys on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. Free to download, free to watch, and free speech. All right. Much love. See you guys on Rumble. Yeah, isn't that shocking though? That whatchamacallit, CERN's logo, 3 6s right on it, man. Just like Google Chrome. And the weird thing about Google Chrome is that it, you know this, right? Google Chrome, their, what's it called? Their GPU or CPU or something. Hold on. So get this, Google Chrome's GPU or CPU, whatever it's called. I know those are 2 very different things, but I'll look it up. But is called Adreno. Google Chrome's thing is called Adreno. So is that hiding something in plain sight or what? Let me know, dude. So anyway, CERN, what are the odds it gets shut down and then like 5 days later, everyone finds a new Mandela effect in Willy Wonka? And everyone's got an opinion. This is actually a weird Mandela effect. If you guys didn't hear, the boy Charlie there, he freaking gets, he has 3 shots. I remember him having 3 different shots at getting a golden ticket. He got, his parents got him a freaking chocolate bar, and then he didn't win, and then he bought another one, or so it happened 3 times. So anyways, though, people misremember and they kind of don't really, it's like 50-50 almost. People say they swear. I remember seeing Charlie the Chocolate Factory at him in his parents' house with his bedridden grandpa or whatever, and he split the chocolate bar up between the family. But in this one, now if you go rewatch it, even on the original, he actually pulls a moon pie out, which I didn't even know that was a term. I didn't know that was a thing. A moon pie. Who the hell's ever heard of a friggin' moon pie? Anyway, he pulls out a moon pie, and he doesn't win, but everyone knew you wouldn't win with a moon pie because they just finished watching a commercial that explicitly states you only get a chance to win a golden ticket in a chocolate bar. So people are saying they remember him cracking open a chocolate bar in the house, and other people are saying, no, I think it was always a moon pie, but it's a Mandela effect, man. So which one do you guys remember? Shout out to TS McKeel. Shout out to Michael, man. What's going on, man? Shout out to Thrax as well. And everyone else comment too. Comment where you're tuning in from, because we're basically worldwide in here, man. For sure, for shizzle, man. You have heard of moon pies? Okay, Matthew's heard of them, yeah. No, I never heard of a moon pie. I know those Joe Louis. You know those Joe Louis? It's basically that. It's a little wafery, or not a wafer, like a freaking cake with a little chocolate coated on it. Joe Louis, I used to have those growing up a bit, but my parents never bought me them. It's a shit snack. It's a processed ass food, you know. But I would barter my food items at school for other kids. So you send your kids to school with a Joe Louis, it's going to get bartered, or they could get all kinds of stuff with it. Welcome everyone. So yeah, the timeline CERN thing, it is shocking. I do wonder. I mean, it's hard to really prove, but we just know the weirdness. If you go and watch, shout out to Warrior 777. Welcome Warrior. If you go and watch the opening ceremony for CERN, it is the weirdest, like, demonic ritual you've ever seen. So you know how, listen, you know how people say, fluoride, the official story is that it's so good for you and blah, blah, blah. Well, and then we know the flip side of that, which is like what the people in the know is that fluoride calcifies your pineal gland and it's to keep you in a docile and dumb state. Well, people in the know, the going theory about CERN, that is something to do with altering timelines and something to do with making some kind of portal. That's the going theory in the know about what CERN is really for. Jolie Lilly, shout out to Jolie. She says, hi from Texas. How hot is Texas today? Let me know, guys. I think it might be as hot here as it is in Texas right now. Let me know, though. Probably not. What happened regarding Willy Wonka? Oh, well, Warrior, we're just trying to figure out. Do you remember the scene where Charlie, not the Johnny Depp one, the original 1971 Willy Wonka, when he has in his family's house, shout out to Panther Poppy, he has a chocolate bar, he breaks it into pieces, feeds his family, and he doesn't win the golden ticket. Well, if you go rewatch it, now officially, he never had a chocolate bar in his house. It was a moon pie that he pulled out, but he didn't win. But you knew that he wouldn't win because they just watched a commercial on the TV that specifically stated you have to have a chocolate bar to get a chance to win. You can't buy any Willy Wonka product. It's got to be a chocolate bar. So it doesn't really, it's a weird, this Mandela effect is polarizing, dude. You will feel polarized just thinking about it. Shout out to Buffalo, New York. And where's Warrior tuning in from? And Texas as well. Shout out to Texas, 90 at the moment. Okay, not too bad. You guys get used to it, when it's hot. I wanted to mention too, I just got, something's coming in the mail to me, which I'm going to be able to share with you guys. You're going to be stoked about. And we're actually going to give one of them away on today's live, just specifically one. We're going to give away, because we're talking about fluoride, GMOs, the plan against humanity. You know they want us in a lower state of consciousness. So we're going to give away one singular Chad mode on today's live, dude. This is $100. It's going to be free to the right little hands on this live. On one of you is going to get this. Terms and conditions apply. But listen, Chad mode, organic caffeine. So this is a natural pre-workout energy drink with 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop and organic blue spirulina. Blue spirulina detoxes the heck out of you, dude. It's a binder. It grabs onto everything. Google it. It's the craziest detox you've ever heard. If you take blue spirulina, it grabs onto metals, microplastics, pesticides, excretes it out of your system. You're going to feel like $1 million. That's the blue spirulina. And then we just found out the vast majority. So if you've ever had an energy drink, do you know what you had? You had Chinese synthetic caffeine, which they grow with ammonia and urea, which is like some kind of piss or something. It's like the same thing that's in diesel exhaust fluid. It's shit. So that's what conventionally synthetically caffeinated beverages and things have, is synthetic caffeine that they produce in China. Heavy chemical usage. Look it up. It's crazy. So Chalk got green coffee beans. Did you know they were green before they got before they became roasted? You know, green coffee beans, and they extract painfully slowly the green caffeine out of these green coffee beans. Super freaking good for you. So we're giving away one Chad mode on the live. Delicious, detoxing. You'll never have another crummy energy drink again. You might even not have a coffee anymore if you drink a freaking Chad mode. Oh, look what Lou just said. She said it's my daily coffee. She's drinking a Chad mode right now. Shout out to Lou, who's tuning in from somehow more north than me, but I'm in Canada and she's in the States, but she's more north than me. You'll have to figure out how that works on a flat earth map. So listen, I'm just joking. This is how you get the free Chad mode. And this is literally first come, first serve. We're only doing one free Chad mode. And we were out of Chad mode for like, I don't know. Were we freezing on Instagram? Really, eh? It's first come, first serve. And boom, bang, bang. What was I going to say? Well, anyways, this is the link that goes to chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team. And they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Okay, so they are fully legit. The way to get the free Chad mode, when you go to the website, you have to click that link ASAP, like literally smash it, click it, pound that freaking link. Once you're on the site, the number one superfood for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which I'm about to take right now, which is an herbo-mineral compound that comes from the Himalayan mountains. It calibrates your endocrine system. It boosts your hormone production. It balances your hormones, I should say. When guys take it, it boosts testosterone. When girls take it, it does not boost testosterone. It calibrates your endocrine system. extremely pro-fertile, and it stimulates the production of new brain cells. So it literally gives you way sharper concentration, focus, memory, cognition, and it breaks down amyloid plaque, which is a substance that builds up on your neurons as you age, which makes it harder for your brain cells to communicate to each other and stuff. So it gives you super sharp mental faculties. You will love the Shilajit. Now, the Shilajit is in both the male and female vitality stack at chalk.com, which are the top two combos of superfoods for men and women. Yes, you can get these in Europe, except Warrior, let me know if you're in a country that is in the European Union. Oh, you're in Spain. I don't know. Let me see. I don't think we can. No, we can't ship to Spain. Your freaking, your damn customs agents, they just steal the chalk every time we ship chalk there. Spain, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on in Spain with those damn customs guys, but they like taking chalk. Actually, they're big fans. Actually, so to get the freebies, though, sorry about that, Warrior. To get the freebies, if you're the first person to put a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack in your cart, and then you apply the coupon, but we can ship somewhere near you, Warrior, and someone, your friend, can bring it across the border or something. Like, you can, it's not contraband to have. But Spain, it's like, for some reason, what's that country? Greece. Greece wants you to get a license to import medicine to get chalk in the mail, to get friggin' Shilajit. Chalk is not, we don't call it a medicine. It's not a medicine. It's a natural adaptogens and whatnot. But anyways, there's different strange laws out there. We can't ship to Mexico either. But so the way the deal works, if you're on the website, choq.com, put the male or female vitality stack subscription in your cart, apply the coupon code 44LIFE, which unlocks a 44% off lifetime discount that you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. And automatically you're going to get a $100 tub of Chad Mode natural energy drink pre-workout included in your order for free. You do not need, I repeat, you do not need to add the Chad Mode to your cart to get it for free. It's going to be physically placed into your package when it is packed up after you place your order. But it's for the first person to get it. You get 44% off for life on your subscription, and you get a $100 tub of Chad Mode for free. Now, in both the male and female vitality stack, there is the organic ashwagandha. Our ashwagandha is 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha that's found on Amazon. I just had to grab the bottle. I knew it was somewhere. Here it is. Ashwagandha. So our ashwagandha is 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha that's found on Amazon. It massively boosts melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It also is pro-fertile. It calibrates your hormones. It's considered the king of herbs in India, and we have 46 or 43 clinical studies on it. It is like the most clinically researched source of ashwagandha on the internet, and you're getting that in your male and female stack as well. And then the third superfood in the female vitality stack is the wild crafted Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals. It's wild, not farmed in the Caribbean that's full of microplastics. It's wild from Nova Scotia, full matrix of minerals, rebuilds your DNA, massively detoxes you because minerals bind to heavy metals and excretes it out of the body. And also, interestingly, it has anti-aging effects. Type in Irish moss anti-aging. It's a shocking phenomenon. Everyone's talking about it now. And it also boosts collagen synthesis and collagen production. So super good for hair, skin, and nails, and keratin as well. Irish moss, dude, it's freaking amazing. It's in the female stack. And then the third superfood in the male vitality stack is the Tongkat 100, which is wild-crafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest, 100-to-1 extract, 23 clinical studies. It boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days, and it increases sperm count and sperm motility. So it's super pro-fertile for guys as well. That's the third one in the male vitality stack. So the first person to get a male or female vitality stack subscription, and you apply the coupon code 44LIFE, you get a lifetime 44% off discount, and you get the $100 freaking tub of Chad Mode, which, by the way, when Chad Mode first came out, some guy who didn't even buy it went on TikTok. He's like with some gym bro kind of guy. And he's like, look, this, like, it's underdosed, saying about how it only has 150 milligrams of organic caffeine. And the funny thing is, because you can go get a pre-workout that has like 300 milligrams or something per scoop, right? But it's the Chinese Shanghai Surprise. It's the freaking synthetic stuff, which hits totally different. They actually need more of that to get the same hit that you get from less of the actual pure, real organic stuff. So we fact-checked him on that one big time, talking about, well, dude, look what kind of caffeine it is. You do not need more than 150 milligrams of organic caffeine per scoop at all. And I usually do 2 scoops I love having a 2-scooper, man. I'll tell you that right now. There's a bunch of people on the site apparently right now. And so just remember, first come, first serve. First person to get the male or female stack gets a $100 tub of Chad mode. Hold on a sec. Yeah, so isn't that shocking? And then also keep in mind too, the Shilajit. Shout out to Ducart, by the way. Shout out to Ducart. Calgary Stampede is on, plus 26 Celsius today. Hey, what's up with the strong winds and rain at times that is heavy as hell? Ducart, the weather has been a shocker, man. We got Europe is in a heat wave, but is it really much hotter than it always was growing up? I made a video the other day that someone thought I was like pro global warming or something, but I was just saying like I should have worded it better, but I was noting that like this is a hot ass summer, the hottest one I can remember. I don't think it was ever this hot really growing up. I don't think that's global warming though. And this is what you can't say really on Instagram and whatnot because you can get a fact check, but it's like obvious weather modification. They chemtrailed their asses off yesterday. There's a million chemtrails in the sky. And so anyway, they are modifying the weather, but as long as it's not a drought and there's not fires, I can deal with a bit of an artificially induced heat wave action. You know what I mean? But I know freezing, they got freezing rain over here and then they got a heat wave over there. And still the Euphrates is drying up, which is shocking. If you hear what happens when that thing fully dries up, it's something big might be around the corner. But anyways, speaking of Russia, you know that it's interesting because Russia, I think Putin, it's still controlled by the Illuminati. They got facial recognition there. They got digital ID, basically. It's not a free country. It's cool that they've banned GMOs, but I think that just makes it seem like this kind of bastion of freedom. But I don't think it is the case. Like, think about it. The Bolsheviks controlled, Russia back then, and they never lost control. So it's still the same shady folks behind that place. But anyways, interestingly, this is cool about Russia is that they secretly studied Shilajit for over like 20 or 30 years. Type in Soviet Union, Shilajit, they did studies on it, and they ended up giving it to their troops. Troops were given in their rations some Shilajit because it boosted muscle recovery and what's it called? Like it's helped to stop or reduce combat fatigue. That's why they used it in the Cold War. And they even had KGB agents taking it because it showed to improve cognition and memory. So, of course, they want their friggin' spies taking Shilajit. So be a Russian spy. Take Shilajit, man. Come on. But seriously, and so someone is currently seemingly ordering as we speak, but they haven't placed their order yet. So I'm going to hold a slot. And to be honest, if these orders come in rapid succession, we're going to hook you both up because we don't like to rug pull you if you thought you're getting a freebie. So we'll guarantee, though, get your order placed ASAP, and you're going to get a free $100 tub of Chad mode included in your order automatically. Remember, you do not need to add it to your cart, but make sure you put the subscription in your cart, not the one-time order, and then apply that code 44LIFE to get the 44% off lifetime discount. Shane, I meant to ask a while back, is the dosing listed for female stack all as stated on it, or can one take more? One can definitely take more, Far North fan. I think the maximum daily recommended dose for Shilajit is 8 capsules. A lot of people double dose the Tomcat. The Irish Moss, I mean, in theory, you could take a whole friggin' bottle in one sitting and be fine. Any excess, your body would just excrete. But I think it's better. I think it's better to be based on the clinical studies, which were done with consistent consumption over 90 days. I think you're better to get it into you consistently over time rather than a shitload in one sitting. You know what I mean? But in general, yes, you definitely can double dose. A ton of people double dose the Tomcat, the Shilajit, the minerals, the chalk minerals. And then, of course, also you have Mr. Ashwagandha over there, which I was shocked, man. I still remember the moment. My aunt comes up to me and says, so what do you think about ashwagandha? It's funny. You'd think like my family would be asking me a million questions about like superfoods and everything like that, but it's not really the case, man. You guys ask me more about it than them. It's okay. I'm just saying it's an interesting phenomenon. But if you got a mechanic in the family, you got to ask them about work, man. Like ask them about how to fix your car. But again, now the cars are becoming unfixable. It's shocking, man. Michael said, how about dosing Shilajit? Oh yeah, you can basically quadruple dose Shilajit and still be within the maximum recommended dose, which is I think 8,000 milligrams a day or 4,000. It's 4,000, I think, milligrams a day is the max suggested dose. So 1 gram is what? That's 1,000 milligrams. Yeah, you're good for sure. But anyways, the ashwagandha. So my aunt comes up to me and says, what do you think about ashwagandha? And I said, well, friggin' superfood. It's the king of herbs in India. It's the best, man. And she says, well, I'm taking it, but I don't notice any difference. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. What are you taking? And she shows me this thing from Amazon, and it says organic on it. It's not even certified. It just says organic. Anyways, I go, well, and it sucks because like someone, tries to go out of their way to try to get something organic, to try to help their bodies, and they get rug pulled by Amazon because it's basically fake. It's like, dude, and so anyway, I just said, well, I would just return it because you're getting the Shanghai surprise. And then I told her, I think I gave her a bottle of chalk ashwagandha, and I said, I told her it's got friggin' 14 times as many bioactive compounds as that stuff. So if anyone's felt any difference taking Amazon's ashwagandha, you would feel a massive difference taking the chalk's ashwagandha, man. And then the other funny thing too is that I just learned literally only last week or so that ashwagandha is it actually boosts cognition as well. I thought it was more of just a hormone thing, but I guess if your hormones get calibrated, ashwagandha is going to boost, or that's going to boost your brain function as well. So let me see exactly what they said about it, because this is kind of shocking. Is Shell still live? Oh, Sheldon's still live. Shout out to Shell, man. People are watching sports. I get it, man. Bread and circuses, but whatever. Oh yeah, so ashwagandha for cognition. Look at this. We also found out yesterday that dogs can take Shilajit. Did you know that? Wow. Ashwagandha is a highly regarded adaptogenic herb linked to improvements in memory, attention, executive function, and mental fatigue. Clinical trials suggest that taking, let's see, where's ours? So each capsule, boom, bang, bang. Yeah, we're right in the line. It says taking between 200 and 400 milligrams a day, which each capsule of ashwagandha is 300 milligrams, can lead to measurable cognitive benefits. That's just taking the ashwagandha. And that's just one of the superfoods that's in the male and female vitality stack. Wow. The herb exhibits neuroprotective and antioxidant properties which help preserve nerve cell function and promote neural regeneration. Dude, cheers to the friggin' ashwagandha, man. What should I take right now? I'm going to take a double dose of the minerals. Okay, hold on a second. And I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram again in a few minutes here. We're going to get a bunch more people on here. But if you're on the site now, get your order placed ASAP. Use the code 44LIFE. That's 44LIFE. Apply that coupon code on the subscription to the male or female stack, and automatically you're going to get the $100 tub of the Chad mode for free, which, by the way, before I take my bunch of stuff here, let me type in benefits of blue spirulina, because again, I know a bunch off the top of my head, but like if you freaking Google this stuff, you do learn more about it. So I'm researching as we go. So there's a compound in it called phycoanin, and it actively fights free radicals, neutralizes oxidative stress, and blocks cellular pathways that trigger. Okay, that's crazy. I can't use that word, but let's just say it's very freaking good for your cells. Emerging studies highlight its ability to counteract oxidative stress in the brain, modulate neuroinflammation, and support glial cell health. Glial cell, what's that? Good for your heart and cholesterol. Good for, well, cholesterol we know is kind of, detox. Because here's where the real freaking benefits get you shocked. Oh, it starts sending. No, I'm saying. Start sending me like addiction. What to know about detox? No. Blue spirulina detox metals. Research shows that blue spirulina can help detox heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, and arsenic. It's primary because its dense antioxidant profile helps the liver and kidneys counteract the oxidative stress caused by these toxins. Wow. Binding power of phycoanin. Laboratory studies show that phycoanin molecules can physically bind to heavy metal ions like lead, mercury. Wow. Chelating. Wow. That is freaking awesome, dude. So, but here's the irony. It says the risk of contamination. This is why you don't just go get any willy-nilly spirulina. You got to get the pure stuff. Ours is called Blue Green Magic, or no, it's called Blue Magic, and it's organic blue spirulina. Not the shit that's growing in your harbor of your local friggin' ocean port. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me see here. Boom, bang, bing. Okay, let's see. Yeah, so the CERN thing, it's just shocking, man. I don't know. Maybe the Great Reset is no longer on because so many people took Shilajit and detoxed and boosted their vibrational frequency that we changed the timeline. You know that's possible. Some guy is posting videos of the ice wall from like a boat next to it, and they are not getting. This is not helping the allegations, man, of the ice wall being a thing. As far as the eye can see, man, a huge ice wall. What do you do up there, man? So you get on a snowmobile and you pin it, and then all of a sudden it becomes tropical over there? Pretty sure. Okay, let me see. Yeah, man. So did I get a consensus from you guys of which one you think it was? The did we get a consensus about where we're at with the how do you remember that episode, that Willy Wonka? How do you guys remember it? Because I saw it plain Jane, man. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm gonna take some minerals action here. Yo, shout out to Butterdog, man. Okay, I'm taking 2 minerals. I'm gonna do 2 Tomcats. Michael, that's a good question, man. I just heard that the chalk shilajit maximum recommended dose is 4,000 milligrams per day. That's like the max. But I'm pretty sure, if you took too much quote unquote shilajit, it just, you excrete the excess. Like you can only utilize so much of it, right? So 2 Tongats, 2 minerals. Let's do 2 shilajit action, and then I'll probably do some moss here too. Okay, breaking shocking news. 60% off for life with a 60% off lifetime discount code and a free $100 bag of, get this, a free $100 bag of chocolate powder, which is the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. 60% off for life right now, and a free bag of lit if you go to the site ASAP, place your orders. 5 spots only. We're about to shout out the live too, but anyone who hasn't got their chalk locked in yet, 60% off for life with that code, and you get a free $100 bag of lit. But that's first 5. So hold on. We literally have not done a 60% off lifetime deal with a free lit powder. I don't even know if we've ever actually done that deal. We've done 53% off here and there, 60% off for life, and a $100 bag of chocolate powder. Can you freaking believe that, dude? Okay, let me put these together all pretty for you guys. What is those? Okay. Oh, good question, Michael, dude. So get this. Shilajit in its natural form is, so to answer your question, I'm taking a capsule of Shilajit, not a tablet, but a capsule. There is actually a difference. Most Shilajit that people take is the tar resin Shilajit, which is the tar in a jar, which is usually 20 to 30% water, significantly diluted, usually has a bunch of heavy metals in it, but somehow they're able to call that dilution a concentrate. They call it Shilajit concentrate. It's not. It's 20 to 30% water. Chalk got the highest, most clinically studied Shilajit on the market, heavy metal tested, hot water purified, and on average 5 to 10 times as potent as conventional tar resin Shilajit. So people kind of conflate this sometimes and say, they call, like, do you take the pure Shilajit or the other stuff? pure shilajit people are referring to, they think in their minds it's the tar resin, but that's actually the least pure type of shilajit. Shilajit, again, when it comes off the mountain, it's like pretty friggin' hard. So they got to get it into a liquidy type form. They dilute it with water. So I'm taking extremely pure shilajit in the powder pill form. That's right, Michael. Shout out to Michael, dude. There's a bunch of people on the site now since we mentioned that 60% off lifetime discount. Go to chalk.com, put that 60 LIFE coupon code on a male or female Vitality Stack subscription, and you're going to get a $100 freaking bag of chocolate powder included in addition to that. Okay, so I got 3 mosses. How do I tilt my hand down? I got 3 mosses, 2 minerals, 2 tonkat, and 2 shilajit, I think. Yes. Down the hatch, dude. You can take 10 capsules at a time, no problem, man. They start then immediately in what? 5 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. The minerals start entering the bloodstream and your consciousness expands massively. Michael remembers the chocolate, no moon cookies. Yeah, me either. I never heard about a damn moon pie, man. What the hell is that? But Matthew had. But sorry, Matthew, when you said you heard of a moon pie, do you mean though from Willy Wonka? You remember there being a moon pie in Willy Wonka, or in general you know what a moon pie is? Record debt. I know. Our country's. I don't know if we're ever going to be able to pay that off, man. Okay, let me see here. A bunch of people got arrested at the beaches. A bunch of people got arrested during the celebrations. It was a bit unruly in California there. Okay, true, Matthew. That makes sense, dude. That makes sense. There's a new meme that has dropped. It's called "Don't Spy on Me," and the guy is chopping down a flock camera. People are doing it, man. But here's the thing. If enough people start cutting down these freaking towers, then they're just like drones would be the next. What if all the data centers have 1 million drones that take off and fly around, and you can't really cut those down? But then people say, yeah, I'll just shoot them. Well, that's a little bit of a different scenario, man. The map is filling up fast. America's anti-data center revolution is now in 40 states, and it's the biggest community uprising in a generation. Wow. Yeah, look, the Trump administration claims we need all these extra data centers to outpace China. China currently has less than 500 data centers, and the US has 5,000. Yeah, they're not for your benefit. It's shocking, man. So, okay, hold on a second. A bunch of people are spinning around, flying around the website right now on the site. If you're on the site, 60% off for life. 60LIFE is the coupon code. You get a 60% off lifetime discount if you get the male or female Vitality Stack at chalk.com, and you will receive a $100 tub, or rather bag, of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder. You're getting that for free and 60% off for life if you use that discount code and you apply it to a male or female Vitality Stack at chalk.com. So that is the craziest deal I literally, honestly think probably that they've ever done. I don't know that I've heard of a crazier deal than that. And I mean, we've ran through a lot of deals, man. So 60% off for life and a $100 tub bag, rather, of chocolate powder. So hold on, I didn't even tell you. If someone's new here, they're like, what the hell is chocolate? They know what chocolate is, but this is chocolate. Like, you see what I mean? Like CHOQ, like chocolate powder, right? Organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Massively stimulates stem cell production. Super detoxing and delicious. Plus, it increases stem cells, which go and repair damaged tissue and damaged cells. It's specifically in your bloodstream and your capillaries and your veins and everything. Like, it's freaking good for you, dude. You're getting that for free when you get a male or female Vitality Stack at chalk.com, the subscription, and you use the coupon code 60LIFE, 60% off for freaking life on your subscription, dude. I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram. So hold on a second. Once I shout this live out on Instagram, there will be a bunch more people on here, and we will end up giving away the rest of the freebies. So if you haven't locked in yet, get it friggin' dialed, man. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. Let's see. Okay. CERN shutdown. And what else? Shout out to Michael, dude. I just, it's just a sticker, man. Great reset. Imminent. Or maybe I'll do a good old-fashioned mention to you. That should do it. Well, Matthew, people are divided on it. They're thinking that there was a moon pie, but I think it's the latest and greatest Mandela effect. I'm sure there's so many. That's what I was saying, that there's other Mandela effects to be discovered that we have not discovered yet in old movies that people don't have anymore. Like, do you even have a VHS anymore? Look, they took away VHSs, and now you don't even own the movies. You stream them, and it's a monthly subscription for your streaming services. It's a whole plan, man. Why did they remove the memory card and then charge us for storage of memory? They took away the ability for us to fix our own vehicles in our damn driveways. Isn't that shocking? Shout out to Amir, shout out to Sweden and James Milham and MSL. I just mentioned you, so your worry was correct because I did mention you. Shout out to James Milham. Kieran says the ticket definitely come from a wonky bar. I know, dude. So why did he have a friggin' moon pie when you don't get a ticket in a moon pie? It's strange. They literally just finished watching a commercial on the show about how you can only get a ticket in a chocolate bar. And then they turn around and open a moon pie and expect a friggin' ticket. It's this Mandela effect really took people for a friggin' whirlwind, man. Shout out to Type of Ghost. Shout out to Brady. I had a good friend growing up named Brady, man. Are you with the Brady I knew? Let me know. But you box. Oh, he never boxed, so never mind, man. Retzlaff says he saw 20 satellites. I'm not so sure about that, man. You might have seen, what do you call them? Weather balloons. They probably were satellites. I'm not sure. Shout out to Nunya Business. Shout out to Nunya Business. So listen, guys, and shout out to Genius as well, all the way from frickin' the UK, man. England or Scotland. I forget exactly. I'll remember in 2 seconds. Listen, guys, we're discussing a lot of details right now on the shocking events and situations that are coming around the corner. And one thing to correct, Illustrious Space Cake says, it's a moon pie for sure. I have all the versions. Here's the thing, dear. It's not. I have the original, and this is what it was. That's not what the Mandela effect is. The Mandela effect isn't that they changed the movie now and like deny that the movie's been changed. The Mandela effect, for example, everyone knows in Star Wars, freaking Darth Vader said, Luke, I'm your father. But now, if you go watch the original version, he never said, Luke, I'm your father. He says, no, I am your father. So everyone knows that that's a strange one, right? It's not that they went back and edited it. It's that now we're on a different timeline to where that isn't how it played out. That's how so it doesn't matter what version. You could have every version. You could have it on a freaking floppy disk. It doesn't matter. It's about the timelines. It's a shocking situation. So listen, we're discussing this and a lot more details on my Rumble live stream channel, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. It's at the link in my bio. Click the link. Come on over. We got a ton of people on. We're discussing things in full detail where we are able to, because there's no censorship over there. People are saying it's glitching. Fuck. Anyways, come to Rumble now. I want to see all of you guys on Rumble. Much love, everyone. Click the link. Shout out to Jake and shout out to Degatin. And people are saying the live's gimping out, so that sucks. But we'll hope to see you guys on Rumble, all right? Come to Rumble. Much love, everyone. Saying it's frozen. Why the fuck's it frozen, eh? We'll figure it out. Okay, hold on a second. Let me see here. That's the thing. People are how about Nelson Mandela himself? Yeah, that's how it all began, eh? Everyone thought he bit it, and then he didn't bite it, and then he bought it. He bit it in the 90s or whatever, right? Okay, hold on a second. Whoever's on the site right now with the mail stack in your cart, remember to put the code 60LIFE, 60 LIFE. Apply that to the subscription. Hold on a second. Someone, Michael, tell everyone the Mandela effect and why I got that term. And Bandrews, TikTok is popping off with Mandela shits right now because also this CERN thing is a shocking situation. Because people think that CERN and the Mandela effect coincide, because if CERN is messing with timelines, then it makes sense that why the Mandela effects would happen, right? So CERN is off now. How does everyone feel with CERN being off? Do you feel more vibrational, perhaps? I think it's given a vibe, man, big time. But here's the thing. I don't know. I know, me too, Matthew. I know. Wow, look what Bandrew said. He said he's been taking the chalk now for over 30 days, and it works amazing. Shout out to Bandrews with the stellar, shocking freaking review. Shout out to Bandrews, man. Only 30 days, too. So that's not even the 90-day chalk challenge yet. For everyone joining, just so you know, on today's live, we are giving away $100 bags of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia and 60% off lifetime discounts. I'm going to explain the deal. We've never done this, and probably I don't think we've ever done this deal. So we're giving away free $100 bags of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Thank you, Rules and Tools, for the super chat. Shout out to Rules and Tools. I'll hype you up in a second, dude. I got to talk to you, man, about peppers. So chocolate, organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, massively stimulates stem cell production, extremely detoxifying, and completely delicious. You can eat it by the spoon dry. It's freaking amazing. The chocolate powder, the stem cells that it makes you produce, goes and not only repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells, but also apparently focuses heavily on your heart, your circulation, your blood flow, etc. So it's freaking good for you. And it's the original cacao, not the hybrid new cacao, which a lot of people are taking. And it's usually full of heavy metals too. So organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, $100 value. We're giving that away for free. The way the deal works, it's first come, first serve. We're only doing this for the first, I think, 3 or 4 slots. So you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com. Once you're on the site, the number one superfood for men and women at chalk.com is the hot water purified shilajit. So shilajit is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis, which gives you way sharper memory, concentration, and focus. Pro-fertile, hormone optimization, detoxification. It's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. And when guys take it, it boosts sperm count and sperm motility. And it also increases total testosterone 21% in 90 days. That's just the shilajit. And for ladies, this is like one of the most powerful hormone optimizers in the natural world. So to get the free $100 bag of chocolate powder, you got to be one of the first 3 people who goes to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, put the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack in your cart, apply the coupon code 60LIFE, that's 60LIFE. You get a 60% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you get a $100 bag of chocolate powder, which is freaking amazing. You know what's interesting? All of you guys in here obviously have like pretty long attention spans because you come on the lives for a while. I noticed it's shocking. Like I got 1.3 million followers. I go live on Instagram, 500 people join. And I'm not like complaining. I understand. Something just dawned on me. Like people's attention spans are like off of a fucking cliff, man. 400 people leave in 3 minutes because I don't know. It's shocking. Like they want to scroll. This guy's live, but like, fuck, like it's just funny. People's attention spans really have gimped, but not you guys. And again, that's why you need to do a dopamine detox. And you can do that by taking shilajit, really. In 2009, a woman named Fiona Broom discovered that she and thousands of others vividly remembered Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, complete with news broadcasts and a funeral. In reality, Mandela was released in 1990 and died in 2013. This mass sharing of a highly specific, completely false memory is what gave the Mandela effect its name. Yeah, it's a weird day. That is shocking, dude. Shout out to Michael. Did you just copy and paste that, or did you just know that from the very deep depths of your heart, man? Bandrew says, mine was very cooked, and that's why I started taking chalk. Bandrews is talking about his attention span. Shout out to Bandrews, who can be real and honest with himself. His attention span was cooked. So the male and female vitality stack subscription, let's say you're at chalk.com right now. Once you're on there, You know the benefits of the shilajit. The second most potent superfood, or the most popular too, that's in both the male and female vitality stack, is the organic ashwagandha. The ashwagandha that we have is 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha on Amazon, which is and we have a whole write-up about that on the bottle, by the way. 14 times as potent. It's a hormone optimizer. It's considered the king of herbs in India. It's extremely pro-fertile. It calibrates your endocrine system. And we just found out it is amazing for cognition, memory, and anything mental functionally. Yeah, dude. That's what happens when you're taking the ashwagandha consistently. And that's in both the male and female stack. And like I said, too, it makes you produce 1 billion more melatonin particles, so you get 1,000 times better sleep. Now, in the female vitality stack, the third superfood is the wild crafted Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals. It rebuilds your DNA. It detoxes you. It has anti-aging effects, longevity effects, hair, skin, and nail effects or health benefits. That's the Irish moss. And then in the male vitality stack, you have the third superfood is the Tongkat 100, which is wild crafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest, which has enough compounds in here of the main bioactive compound, which is called, what is it again? Uripeptides. Oh, wow, a uripeptide and a glycosaponins. These are words you maybe never heard. You've heard of peptides, but this is not a peptide. Like, you don't inject it, dude. It's a freaking pill. It's a capsule. Anyways, Tongkat Ali boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days and increases sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. So you will feel like $1 million taking the Tongkat. It's in the male vitality stack. 60% off for life if you go to chalk.com right now. Put a male or female vitality stack subscription in your cart. Apply that coupon code 60life, and you will get a $100 bag of chocolate powder included automatically in your order, which is freaking amazing. So Michael copied and pasted. That's okay, dude. American says, in fact, only 31 people in here tells me that most people are so whack. They want to watch their sports. Well, I mean, I get it, man. There's lots of things to distract you. Everyone's attention nowadays is a currency, you know. Being out, that's why you get paid for views on YouTube, because you captured someone's attention for a long time, you know. This guy said he's moving to Afghanistan. If they throw earthquakes at me, I don't care. Hopefully I can just live a peaceful life off-grid in a village and have lots of babies, God willing. Well, are you going to go there like with your wife, or are you going to find an Afghanistani wife? Because I don't think they will really, I think you'd have to convert, I think. They won't get their father's, you won't get their father's blessing unless you convert, dude. Maybe I'm wrong though, but I'm pretty sure Afghanistan is like pretty serious about that sort of thing. I mentioned about going to Afghanistan because if there was a great reset, you're in a place that doesn't really, like if you're in the mountains of Afghanistan, they already live basically off grid. You wouldn't even know there's a friggin' great reset. Whereas the first world countries would be the ones most affected with our economies and everything, right? So hold on a second. Wow, look at that. Bandrew says his gains have been going crazy while taking that stuff. He swears. He said the most muscle growth he's seen in a extremely short amount of time. Bandrew is hyping up the male stack right now. Shout out to freaking Bandrews, who's only been on it for 30 days too. Shout out to Bandrews, man. Also, by the way, someone is looking at a female vitality stack, and apparently they're from California. We have to say something here. If you're trying to get the female stack in California, you got to order the male stack, and then you get the, we can swap it for a female stack. So if you get the male stack, they'll swap it for a female stack. We can't ship it's because of the Irish moss. Apparently California doesn't want Californian women to be taking Irish moss. It's a weird loophole, dude. I'll tell you that. American says that she found a husband there. She had converted 5 months ago. She's a woman and she'll stay in the house most of the time. Okay, well, that's a interesting life path, like the interesting choice. Life's full of surprises. That is a surprise. Like that's, you know, not many people would want to do that. I gotta say, that's very unique. You know, so you found a husband there online, like an Afghanistani husband. Hold on a second. There's a bunch of people on the site. Just a reminder of what the deal is. You're getting 60% off for life with the coupon code 60life, 60LIFE, and you automatically receive a $100 bag of chocolate powder in your order. just for placing it. So you get a male vitality stack or a female vitality stack. You apply that coupon code 60life. You get a $100 bag of chocolate powder. And you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. But keep in mind, the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose to experience the full range of clinically studied benefits. Shout out to Rules and Tools, who said, so he mentioned something here that's important. He said, most products are just the root of ashwagandha. And then he says, that's why chalk, and then he says, you need both the roots and the leaves to get the full range of the withanolides. And then Rule says, that's why chalk has 100 milligrams of withanolides per serving, which is shocking, eh? Rules and Tools, like, that's not the case for most ashwagandhas. They usually have 2.5%. American, you know, there's a lot of things in my cards, but moving to Afghanistan, I just don't know if that's in my life path. You know what I mean? I know it's beautiful there. Like, there's some cool mountains, and I know, but I don't think I'm going to move to Afghanistan, to be honest. You know, I get why people are moving around, though, if your country's going to hell in a handbasket. But is it smarter to flee, or is it smarter to stay and try to change it for the better? You know, I ask not what I can do for my, I ask not for what my country can do for me, but what I can do for my country. That's an old quote. I forget who said it, though. Hold on a second. Let me just double check here. Yeah, you know what I mean, Bandrews? But shout out to Bandrews, man, for hyping himself and all of us up on the fact that he is freaking loving the chalk, man, and he's only on day 30. When we call it the 90-day chalk challenge, which is when you get it for 90 days. And that's when a ton of the benefits have been obtained and studied. Yeah, Michael, exactly, dude. I don't know, though. The moon, we still didn't get to the bottom of it. What the Sam damn is the moon? Because I don't think it's a spinning ball up there, you know? What is it? A luminary? What the hell does that even mean? You know? Also, what's shocking is, oh yeah, so rules and tools. Did you reply to me? Hold on a second here. Oh, the leaf mold thing. So yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. No, you can do. What do you mean, dude? Of course you can. You can scoop up leaf mold and then, boom, bang, bang. You know, make that kind of thing here, right? Shout out to Delarian Brown. Wow, look at that, Delarian. Hold on. First thing, is that a name that you will remember or what? Delarin? No, they don't make names like that anymore. Delarin Brown said, I got the male and female stack last week. Was a little choked that it's in USD. Thought it was Canadian, since you're Canadian. Still excited to try it, though, smiling face. Delarin Brown, for one, congratulations on getting the male and female stack. We actually have a thing about that, about the fact that that's making your house a power couple. You and your husband, I presume, are about to be freaking calibrated, put it that way. Della. Okay, Della. It's just Della. Well, I've heard Della's a good one, too. I thought it was Delarin. Maybe that could be maybe I should make that name and trademark it, man. Delarin. That could be a name for sure. But anyways, I'm excited for you to try it too, Delarin. And I know the exchange rate, you know, it's a thing, but at least I bet you didn't get duties. So that's good. That's freaking awesome, Delarin. So what made you finally say, I want to take the female stack and I want my husband to take the male stack? What was it that put you over the edge, Delarin? Della? Sorry. I call people, you know, like Bandrews. Anyways, you can put leaf mold in capsules and use it to balance your gut's microbes. Really, it's a bit extreme, but doable. That's crazy, man. So that's like worm castings. You probably could just eat worms, to be honest. No. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, I'm going to shut up the live on Instagram here in a moment. Let me see here. Yeah, you know, it's pretty freaking awesome that you got that, Della, because the Shilajit, which you probably maybe have heard me say before, you know, our Shilajit is 5 to 10 times as potent as conventional tar resin Shilajit. So you're getting some seriously hey, dude, I guess I forgot to do it, but I got your okay, so I should have done it. Thank you for reminding me, man. I completely 100% want to do that, and I do want to tag you, and I appreciate it. And of course, I would tag you, man. Just talking to a guy. Okay, hold on. Someone just said, where did that go? Della said, I've been watching you for 7 years. Joined your live last week and just pulled the plug. I don't have a great vitamin regimen, and it's packed with everything we need. Shout out to Della. It definitely is packed with everything you need, and that is freaking amazing. And wow, I didn't even know you were. And then you went and made a Rumble account after the fact, eh, Della? That's freaking awesome. Shout out to Della, guys. Male and female vitality stack. How awesome is that? And keep in mind, too, so Bandrews just came in here and said, wow, I'm feeling like $1,000,000, blah, 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 hyping up his male vitality stack, which he's only been on for 30 days. So that's why I said about the 90-day chalk challenge, we call it. The clinically studied benefits are based on 90 days of consistent consumption. So you're going to feel like $1,000,000, but some people feel like $1,000,000 extremely soon, way before 90 days, right? Now, let me just double check here. Boom, bang, bing. Okay. You know what's crazy too is that the Irish Moss, Della, I guess you probably heard on the other live the other day, but the fact that the Irish Moss is wild instead of being farmed in the Caribbean and full of microplastics. Will said, taking back control of our body's vitality, 100%, dude. Well, that's what it's all about. I mean, of course. 100%, man. I mean, if you think about it, the amount of time and energy and whatnot that they've spent on trying to keep us in a lowered state. And the fact that you can then take a couple little capsules a day that like decalcify your pineal gland in theory, you know, it's crazy, man. Bandrew says, what's your opinion on mushrooms? I feel like they could have been the tree of wisdom from the Bible. I don't know about that, but I do know that there's something to be said about if you're talking about, I presume you're talking about like magic mushrooms, right? Well, I'm pretty sure there's something to those. I'll put it that way. I think there's something to them. I've never done any major doses at all, but I hear that they are quite the teacher in a way. And, you know, and they can, dude, for people, apparently people with like PTSD from the war and stuff, from any type of conflict. Yeah. But you know what? You don't need to, but also the lion's mane and chaga, which is in the Chalk 7 Wonders, that stuff is neurological brain building as well. So I bet you the mushrooms do hold a key for many things. Oh, shout out to Butterdog. I'm on it, dude. So yeah, man, if we're talking about adaptogenic mushrooms, we got 7 of the most potent in the natural world in the Chalk 7 Wonders. In fact, maybe what we'll do is the next person who gets a male or female vitality stack at chalk.com on the live, literally 1 slot open for this. We're not doing 5. If you go to chalk.com and you put the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the discount code 60life, you get a 60% off lifetime discount, and we'll include a $60 bottle of the Chalk 7 Wonders and a $100 bag of the chocolate powder, but this is literally for only 1 person. We're not doing this for 2 people. So first come, first serve. You get $160 worth of freebies and 60% off for life if you get a male or female stack at chalk.com with that code 60life. And again, you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time. but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. Della, where in Canada are you? I forgot to ask. Like, I probably live right next to you, don't I? Shout out to Della. And by the way, so in both the male and female stack, you do have that organic ashwagandha, which is extremely potent. It's a superfood. We were just hyping it up, how ours is 14 times as potent as conventional ashwagandha. Then the third superfood in the male vitality stack is the Tongkat 100, which is wildcrafted Tongkat Ali from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest, which is extremely potent at boosting testosterone and sperm count for men, plus brain function, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. So you're going to feel like $1 million taking the Tongkat. Della's boyfriend is going to feel a huge benefit too. Shout out to Della. She said, my boyfriend's a huge coffee drinker. Should I be switching out his coffee for the chalk powder, or can I add it to his coffee to wean him off? Well, Della, some people replace their coffee with the chocolate powder for sure. Other people replace it with the Chad mode. Other people do all three. So I wouldn't say, because I think coffee is good for you if it's organic mold-free beans. There's a new certification you can get, Della. If you didn't know, there's new, because there's so, we're aware of all the certification we want. We want organic, we want wild, blah, blah. Well, if you get, there's a new certification for coffee beans where it's like certified mold-free, because coffee can be so moldy. So anyway, if he's drinking organic mold-free coffee, he doesn't really need to be weaned off of it, but people love, I think Lou does this every friggin' morning, or Sunny does too. If you take, and Rules and Tools too, you can add the lit powder to a coffee for sure, and it makes it good. I actually like them separate though. I love the lit just the way it is. I like coffee just the way it is. I love the Chad mode just the way it is too. Yeah, me too, Rules and Tools. Shout out to Rules, man. You wake up, you have your Chad mode. Maybe then you have a coffee. Then maybe that night you have a chocolate. And then by the end of the day, you've had so many superfoods, you don't even know which way is up, dude. Rule says he taken an 8-gram dose of mushrooms and felt like 2 weeks went by. Dude, what the... Did you not trip out? That's a thought of letting go and being at the mercy of whatever your trip does is a shocking thought, man. You get him organic beans from the island. Awesome, Della. Della, my brother's in Vancouver. Both of my brothers lived in Vancouver. I've been to Vancouver once. Nice spot, man. Wow. Warmest city in Canada. That's why the most homeless people are there too, because it doesn't get that freezing. Does the lit counteract with my bad coffee? Not at all, dude. Will. No, not at all. The lit counteract. No. If anything, if you're not drinking organic coffee, then you should especially wanting to be taking superfoods like you already are, Will, because you're taking the chalk, man. I wake up, have some lit because if cortisol is high natural when you wake up. Rules, explain to me. What do you mean? You think the best thing to have? What do you as an herbalist and like a wisdom, like a freaking wise man, Rules, what's the best regimen in the morning, dude? So guys, $160 worth of freebies if you get the male or female vitality stack at chalk.com and you use the discount code 60 LIFE, 60 life, you get a 60% off lifetime discount, man. Which again, you can cancel or modify at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose. But that's what people say, Will. That kind of reminds me, like some people say, why don't I, whatchamacallit, I don't eat organic, so should I wait to take chalk and maybe I'll take it later when I'm more organic? And I'm thinking, not in the slightest. Like, if anything, if you're not eating organically, then you especially want to be taking chalk. You know what I mean? Like, is it better to be eating a bit of GMOs and fluoride and pesticides and be taking superfoods or not? Like, of course, right? Lit in the morning, see how you feel, or wait about 2 hours for cortisol to regulate, then drink Chad mode, and it will be the best bang for your buck, no crashes. So Rules and Tools, coffee first thing in the morning. Is that not optimal? Let me know, dude. Like, am I doing something wrong by having a cup of Joe at whatever time of the morning I wake up at? 6? Because some people say, wait till, blah, blah, blah. But a good old cup of Joe, man. Or I do say, too, I'm about 50-50 right now where I wake up and pound a scoop of Chad mode, which, like, hits different. Like, Chad mode on an empty stomach in general is a wild ride, dude. It's, like, an amazing, shocking, it's freaking great. But in the morning on an empty stomach, it's even built differently. It's even more different, man. It's like a shocking freaking. It's good. That's what I'm saying. It's very good. There's a bunch of people on the site right now, by the way, guys. Remember, you're getting 60% off for life and $160 worth of freebies. Only to the first person to get a male or female stack. So if you're on the site now, and by the way, you can get a Chad mode too. You guys are allowed, now that we actually have it, to get a Chad mode as well. Coffee, at least an hour and 20, but see how you feel. Some people can be good in 30 minutes. So what's the problem with, if I were to wake up, and by the way, I don't wake up and be like, oh, like I need a coffee. That's kind of cringy and like dependency, right? But I wake up and I'm like, I'm gonna enjoy a Chad mode now, and I'm gonna enjoy a coffee right away there. But what is the downside to having a caffeinated beverage literally first thing in the morning? I feel organic. Oh, sorry. I have a lecture for class in 15 minutes, so I'll see everyone on the next slide. Shout out to Matthew, dude. Thank you for joining, Matthew. Guys, Matthew all the way from Iowa, man. Shout out to friggin' Matthew, dude. Bandrew says he feels like organic labels sadly don't even matter for conventional grocery stores. Yeah, not really, dude, because they can be sprayed with freaking what's that shit? Cappy, what's it called again? Appeal. Shout out to Butterdog, dude. Appeal, yeah. So no, organic at the grocery store, like I'll maybe get organic mangoes and hope they're organic, but I'm not buying organic lettuce from the grocery store. I get that from a local farmer. And all of you guys, I don't care if you're in Idaho or New Hampshire or freaking Texas, you got organic farmers around you who sell at farmers markets and stuff that you can go to 100%. So there's options. We can definitely be extremely healthy, dude. We can be. But still, we are breathing in. I just saw a video. This woman scrapes her her window of her house. It just rained a bunch. So she scrapes the window of her house. All this powder comes up. She grabs a magnet, and sure enough, it all jumps onto the magnet. Now, a fact check would say, well, it could have just been particles from her roof or something, but they're spraying us with something, dude. It's fucking weird because it could be nanobots. When you wake up, your cortisol is naturally high. If it doesn't regulate to normality, then you run the risk of spiking it and keeping it elevated all day, leading to the crash. Oh, okay, rules and tools. So then hold on a second. If I wake up and have a coffee or a Chad mode pretty much right away, but I don't crash, because I don't really crash. But now I'm thinking, oh, should I wait because it's good for my cortisol? But then again, if you're taking, and this is for real, like ashwagandha lowers cortisol. I wonder if that would counteract the first thing in the morning coffee. And why do we have cortisol when we wake up? Isn't that a stress hormone? Why do we have cortisol when we wake up? Shouldn't we have like the opposite of cortisol because we were just sleeping? Good questions, man. Rules and tools, man. Shout out to freaking rules and tools. Coffee that's roasted will keep your cortisol high all day. Oh, so then the Chad mode, it has caffeine from green coffee beans. So that's not going to raise your cortisol all day then, is it? Wow. So then that's also probably why you don't get a crash on Chad mode. Right? Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's right. Focus your breaths and meditate, Banders. That's a big one, man. That's a big one, 100%. Well, try to remember too. Try to remember to do that every day. That's the game changer, man. Okay, so hold on a second. Two things. One, there's a bunch of people on the site right now. If you are on the site, get your order placed ASAP. You're putting the male or female Vitality Stack in your cart. Apply that coupon code 60LIFE. That's 60LIFE. You get a 60% off lifetime discount, and you automatically get a $100 tub of Chad mode and a $100 bag of chocolate powder. Shout out to Bandrews, dude, and shout out to this amazing freaking deal that Chalk is doing that I don't think they've done in. Honestly, I don't even know if they've done this deal before. They've done free lit, of course, but free lit and 60% off for life is freaking shocking, dude. And that's the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. It's not some willy-nilly, not Mr. Trump. The link for the Chad mode. So, dude, get this. For one, actually, oh, never mind. It's all good, guys. Let me see something. Hold on a second. Yeah, so the other cool thing with the Chad mode is the fact that, get this, the blue spirulina in there, we found out, is literally one of the highest antioxidant things, and I'm sure Mr. Rules and Tools will know all about this. It is freaking potent, dude. Major, major, major potency. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. Here we go. Let me just scroll up. Here we go. So blue spirulina grabs onto free radicals, chemicals, contaminants, you freaking name it, and gets it to excrete it out of your system, bro. It's like one of the most powerful detoxers. So when we're talking about the heavy metals and the chemtrails and the shit they're spraying, it's good to be detoxing, put it that way. I'm not sure why cortisol is higher. When studying into this, I've heard it's because of our ancestors adapting to their environments and always having to be aware of the surroundings. That makes sense, Rules and Tools. That does make sense, indeed. So, well, get this. This is why you know when you know your hormones and everything is calibrated properly because if you're taking chalk. But there's this post that went viral and I thought, interesting, that apparently a woman is more likely, is basically going to wake up if she hears her baby crying like her newborn next to her, whereas the man can sleep through it. But the man would wake up to the sound of rustling leaves. That sound would wake him up. Whereas she, the wife, would sleep through that. It wouldn't wake her up. Well, last summer, one morning, it's probably 20 minutes before I would normally wake up, and I hear rustling leaves. I awake to rustling leaves out the window, and no one else woke up. And I go, it was just the wind blowing some dry leaves around, but it woke me up, and I heard, and it was after I saw that post too. I'm like, holy shit, that must be true, man. And it's a hormone. There's a thing. Hold on a second. Let me type this in. And this is what Shilajit helps to calibrate, by the way. Hormone that makes guys wake up when they hear leaves rustling. This is shocking, man. This girl made a whole video on it. Sympathetic nervous system. Yeah, okay. So cortisol naturally starts to rise in the early morning as part of your body's natural alarm system. Interesting. Okay. You know what else? You know what is the most annoying thing about raccoons is it's that you're falling asleep, then all of a sudden you hear it banging around in your lean-to, and you're like, well, is it a raccoon? And it is, but it's still like, anyway, freaking raccoons, man. Hold on a second, guys. There's like literally a ton of people on the site right now. If you are on the site, get your order placed ASAP. You're getting $100 freebie, the chocolate powder, and you're getting a 60% off lifetime discount if you get a male or female vitality stack at chalk.com with the code 60life, which you will feel like $1 million taking. And Chalk has not done this deal in an extremely long time. Also, check out the Chad mode, because hold on a second. If you're listening to what I'm saying, the Chad mode is so freaking amazing, right? You get 60% off for life on a Chad mode right now if you use that code. And you're going to want Chad mode for life, dude. It's freaking amazing. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. Does it rules, eh? Interesting, man. Interesting. We are about to, by the way, guys, shut down this deal and shout out the live on Instagram, which will end up giving away the first slot, which means someone's going to get 60% off and a freebie. So if you're on the fence, get your order placed ASAP. I'm just getting an update. Hold on. Boom, bang, bang. Cortisol is the main spark, which is very interesting to me because it's so tied up to adrenaline, but it's like the chiller little bro. That's funny. Oh, cortisol is a spark. Interesting rules. You always have a good way of like a metaphorically thing, man. Good job, dude. Well, I know every once in a while it's nice to have no stimulants at all in the morning and just free ball it, you know? Or sometimes you'll have a tea instead of a coffee. How's tea for you? It's got a bit of caffeine in it. Hold on a second. Okay, whoever's checking out right now, I'm going to hold the slot for you to get the freebie. Shout out to who is getting the freebie right now and 60% off for life as they're heading to the site, checking out as we speak. I'm going to hold a slot for you to get the freebie. Bandrew says he forgot to mention also while taking chalk, his dreams have been way more vivid. Freaking awesome, dude. Shout out to Bandrews, who's loving dearly his superfoods, man. I'm not surprised, dude. Shout out to freaking Bandrews, dude, who, by the way, is like kind of a, he's almost, I would say he's pretty much a regular here. Shout out to Bandrews, man. And he's got a cool profile pic. What's he got? He's holding it like professional profile picture. Shout out to Bandrews, man. If that's you. What's Rules and Tools' profile picture? Oh, his logo. That's freaking cool. Yeah, so anyway, shout out to Bandrews, man. So yeah, the reason your dreams get more vivid while you're taking chalk is because Shilajit stimulates the production of new brain cells, which gives you sharper memory, concentration, and focus. And then it also, because it's said to decalcify the pineal gland, that would also support the production of, is that DMT that our brain produces while we're sleeping, that the pineal gland does? I think so. I think so. So that's why, man. Shout out to Bandrews, dude. Sleeping better and dreaming more, and shockingly, man. Freaking awesome. So whoever's on the site, get your order placed ASAP. Remember to apply the coupon code 60LIFE to unlock the 60% off lifetime discount. And then boom, bang, bing, you're going to get that $100 tub, or rather bag, of Chad mode, which I fucking amazing that they're doing that. So yeah, man, Bandrews, where are you hailing from these days again? Let me know, dude. Hold on a sec. Yeah, that's right too, Will. That's right, man. Well, I wonder if that's why they're getting rid of. I wonder if that's why they're getting rid of the adaptogenic mushrooms in Europe, dude. Like they're banning lion's mane and turkey tail in Europe, which is shocking, man. It's just absolutely wild. The picture is a plant representative of what it takes to grow it. Water, microbes, and light. Yeah, people forget the microbes importance of the soil too, don't they? They think, well, just throw some fertilizer on here. But not ideal, man. Okay, 1 second here. Yo, rules and tools, hold down the fort in the in the comments here. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Don't go anywhere, all right? But hold down the fort there. Oh, there's someone still. Okay, never mind. I'll wait a second. Someone's about to order. They're literally heading around to the checkout area as we speak. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bing. They're getting rid of them because people are more clear to. Yeah, well, that's right. Oh, you know what they say too? It's said that in the end times, there will be mass deception. I think we're seeing that right now, isn't there? Is there not the most massive deceptionist thing you've ever freaking wrapped your head around happening right now? So that's one big sign that we're in a different time, right? Big freaking shocking situation, man. Exciting though, I will say. Fear not, of course. Rules, make sure you don't accidentally block, like, I don't know how that guy just spoofed Will's name, but don't block the real Will if that guy is trolling around. Michael said, what's happening all the hate? Well, no, it's fine. Michael, don't even give them any attention. It's one extremely dedicated troll. That's all it is. Okay, hold on a second. Who I do honestly pray for, and he's got to have some kind of. You can't have all your screws tightened up there in the brain department if you spend this much time trolling someone's live, dude. Like, that's shocking, man. You know what I mean? I hope he's all right, because that's like, that'd be a red flag, man. Imagine telling your girlfriend, yeah, I spend like several hours a day or sometimes a week burning time on a fucking live feed, man. That's just shocking. It's kind of like, sports, right? It's good to do sports, but if you just watch sports, and you're like a super fan of sports, you're like a perfect, whatchamacallit, distracted person, and you're watching others, you're cheering and proud of other people achieving things, it's a shocking situation, you know. So in this instance, like, anyway, shout out to Banders, dude, from Houston, born and raised in Houston, man. So you got ancestral roots in freaking Texas, dude. That is freaking awesome. Hold on a second. Let me double check because we're about to shut down this deal. In fact, let's do like a 5-minute countdown timer. So you're getting 60% off for life at chalk.com with the code 60life, and you get a $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order for free if you go get a male or female vitality stack and you apply the discount code 60life on the subscription. And then you do not need to add the freebies in your cart. We will add the chocolate powder to your order automatically. So boom, bang, bang. Let me see here. So we got 4.5 minutes left, dude. Biggest sale, I would say, of the year, actually. That is technically the biggest sale of the year. Holy shit, I should start saying that. Banders, don't give it any attention, dude. This is what the guy wants, is your attention. Your attention is currency, bro. Don't react. It's all good, brother. So anyways, what's also shocking is the fact that, hold on a second. Let me see here. Hold on. Yo, Rules, by the way, dude, good tips on, I'm going to do a shout out on Instagram here in a second. Oh, really? Will said, I shared your video with my sister and her husband, and they're going to place an order with the discount. You mean your sister and your brother-in-law? Shout out to Will, man. Dude, 60% off for life. Tell your sister to get those Chad Mode capsules, remember? Shout out to Will and his dear sister and dear husband who want to calibrate their hormones and detox and boost their fertility. I'm imagining probably little ones are coming around the corner soon, eh? So shout out to Will's sister, who he literally secretly snuck her chalk. He gave her chalk, man. She didn't even know. No, she did know. I'm just joking. But shout out to Will, man. So tell your sister she's getting a free $100 bag of lip powder and 60% off. And if I were her, stock up, dude. I'm talking friggin' a stack, some Chad Mode, the whole shebang. Oh, awesome. Okay, Will, they live in Colorado. Okay, so she's not right next to you. All right. That's awesome, dude. So they said they're going to order because I can hold a slot for them, no problem. Let me know if they're planning on doing it during the live so I can make sure that I tell Chalk to make sure that they get the freebie, because if they order after the live, Chalk won't know to put that freebie in their cart. Oh wow, it helped calibrate her freaking hormones, her metabolism rather. Shout out to Will, dude. That is extremely strong. I'm not surprised. That's one of the things Shilajit does. She was skeptical. Well, it's good to be a healthy dose, right? Healthy dose of skepticism. Will, that's good one, Will. Okay, hold on a second. That is really cool, man. It is. And you know what? I think that has to do with the hormone thing too. I'm sure Rules and Tools has a lot to say about it, but that I'm sure there's something to be said about having a calibrated hormone endocrine system, which then helps your digestive tract and it does. In fact, hold on a second. Look at this. Shilajit for healthy weight. The other night, this is just stupid, but I was on the phone with my brother and he was talking about how his friend one night from the bar walked home, like left his shoes, walked home in socks, walked past his cab and decided to walk home instead. So the next day, Will, my brother, he makes a freaking AI song, a country song that's like, I was at the bar last night and I walked home with my socks. But it sounds like an actual real song, obviously. Anyway, we were laughing about it. And then I go and I freaking take, whatchamacallit, I go on Google, like Google's AI, and I'm like, hey, I took 4,000 milligrams of THC and I'm flying a plane. What do I do right now? It's like, please call air traffic control now. Like land the plane and consult with them. Get a co-pilot. I said, there's no co-pilot. I have 500 passengers. It's like freaking out. That's the only time I used AI though in my whole life. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram right now. So let me just do this. One sec. How about this Haaland guy? I guess I got to do a post on this Erling Haaland guy from Norway's soccer team. Shout out to Commander Davenport. Okay, hold on a sec. Okay, I'm just shouting out the live on Instagram. We're going to talk about Haaland, man. Tell me if I'm pronouncing that right, too. I'm pretty sure it's Haaland. But this is the shocking thing, man. And by the way, do you remember when DJ, or not DJ, Dan Kovacevic or whatever, the tennis player, and he refused to get the you-know-what? And he didn't get the you-know-what when everyone was telling him to get it? You know, he got in flack, like he got flack for that, eh? So Haaland, I wonder if he's going to be. I mean, just so you know, if you have 13 million followers on Instagram and you are on the face of every newspaper, everyone's talking about you in the whole wide world. They're going to want to make sure you don't say certain things like, "Hey, you know, anything political, anything like that," right? And so it's kind of like if you're that famous, you got to keep your head on a swivel, man. Now, the other shot, yeah, Novak. Thank you, Maria. Maria, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He refused to get the you know what, and it was a pretty big deal. Now, Erling Haaland, this guy, did you know that Norway trucked in 2,000 trucked, flew in 2,000 pounds of food, not just because that they, but officially it's because they don't want them to have upset stomachs, having a different diet in the US. But the main thing was that um, they freaking eat, and he drinks raw milk and eggs. And it's interesting because the mainstream is kind of, he's like the best freaking soccer player in the world. And I'm not the best. I'm not arguing. I don't care about sports, but it's impressive. But I'm saying the guy drinks raw milk, which they say is so unsafe and not too good for you. So, anyways, it is shocking. There's a lot more to be said about that as well. And the opening ceremony had a lot of symbolism in there, which was shocking. And so we're going to discuss a lot about that on my Rumble live stream channel, which we are on right now. So we're streaming on Rumble right now, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. If you want to tune in, click the link in my bio. Come on over. Chili said, our food is not contaminated like yours. Well, last I checked, they are spraying the entire world with heavy metals, weather modification. So I would say the whole world is getting exposed to that. But you're right that you don't have as much glyphosate over there, and they don't grow GMOs over there, but they do import GMOs. And Norway actually has the world's most toxic food, shockingly, which is farmed fish. The farmed fish, there's a documentary on it you got to watch. That is crazy, man. Shout out to Guap, who's coming to Rumble now. Dude, I want to talk to you about this freaking raw milk thing, man. And shout out to Zevin as well. I don't think he's an industry plant, no, Marilius. That would be a bit extreme to say. But he definitely blew up extremely quickly. And I don't know if he turns around, you'll just know them by their fruit. So if he comes out tomorrow and says, "Whoa, this brain implantable microchip is so good for my sports ability," or something, like, then you'll know they got him. You know what I mean? Anyways, we're going to discuss more about this on my Rumble live stream channel. If you want to tune in, click the link in my bio. Come on over to Rumble. It's free to download, free to watch, and free speech. And that's where we stream because there's no censorship over there. All right. Much love, everyone. We'll see you on Rumble. What if they replace him? Someone said, yeah, that's a thing that happens. I would hope not, though. Yeah, raw milk and honey. Shout out to Bohemian Grove, dude. Bohemian Grove reminds me, there was a guy on the live called, I think his name was actually Donald Trump or something. And then, no, there was another one was Rothschild, and then another one was Gay Frog. I still haven't seen that Gay Frog guy in a while. Yeah, that's right. They imported their own. They're aware the food can't sustain what they need to thrive. Maybe, eh? Um, oh, right. Rules. Rules is saying it's not the contamination reason. Well, it wasn't that, but yeah, if you take this dialed-in soccer team that has a very specific diet and regimen, and then you go get a whole different source of food, like yeah, you risk having an upset stomach or having performance differences. They didn't want to chance it. But he's saying it's the mineral density of the food that equates to the quality. That's why they imported, because they're aware the food can't. I mean, I imagine you can get as healthy food that the Norwegians are eating here, but you have to source it. Like, I think I could eat a cell. I mean, I got raw milk. We got buffalo meat that's raw, like a healthy, non-vaxxed, pastured friggin' cow and everything. I think that's as healthy as they eat in Norway. They might have more fish, though. I think there are more fish. I'm a bit more inland to have a ton of fish, unless you want to spend the friggin' arm and a leg. Okay, hold on a second. We got people coming on the live. Let me double check something here. Welcome all the new people, by the way. Shout out to Bohemian Grove. He said he's been with me since 2020. Wow. This guy, man, you're not fooling me, man. You fooled me once, but not again, buddy. So anyways, shout out to all the new people on Rumble. Let me see something here. Hold on a second. Will, let me know about your sister, dude, and her order. I want to make sure she gets hooked up to the max, bro. Also, dogs and cats know, but they won't eat McDonald's, man. Maybe some dogs would actually, but I know that ants don't eat margarine. They will go to butter over margarine. And if you saw the chemical processes for margarine, man, it's shocking. I went to a vegan restaurant once and I got it was some kind of dessert and I tasted it. I'm like, that's fucking margarine. So I go back. I'm like, what do you use in this freaking whipping or whatever, whip something? And they said, oh, don't worry. Like, it's vegan. And I was like, yeah, but what is it? And they're like, yeah, it's margarine, but it's vegan margarine. I said, it's fucking plastic. Like, what do you mean? But that's where some people are at. They're like, as long as it's vegan. No, he obviously doesn't, man. So hold on a second. Let me just double check something here. You could get clean food in Canada and USA, but it's harder to source. Yeah, I guess it would be. Yeah, you're right, man. Yeah, you're right for sure. So guys, just so you know, everyone who's joining right now, we're doing something shocking at chalk.com. We're giving away $100 freebie, a $100 bag of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is extremely detoxifying and delicious. Plus, it stimulates stem cell production. So that increases and repairs damaged tissues and damaged cells. Plus, it massively boosts your gut microbiome, supports healthy detoxification, and it's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. So we're giving away one free bag, a $100 bag of the chocolate powder. To get the free lit, this is the way the deal works. It is first come, first serve. I said one. I think we're doing one or two, maybe max. So first things first, you got to go to chalk.com. That's CHOQ.com. So Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. So if you go to chalk.com, the number one superfood there for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit. So Shilajit is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively stimulates the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. So you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. It's also extremely pro-fertile, so it calibrates your endocrine system. Again, it's believed to decalcify the pineal gland. When guys take it, it boosts total testosterone 21% in 90 days. And when women take it, it calibrates your hormones and is pro-fertile. And as Will's sister experienced, it optimized her metabolism. So it helped her to maintain a healthy weight, let's say. I know, Rules, it's shocking, man. So Shilajit, number one superfood for men and women. If you go to chalk.com and you look, you'll see male vitality stacks and female vitality stacks. If you put a male or female vitality stack in your cart and you apply the coupon code 60life, you get a 60% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, if you place your order on the live, you're going to get a $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order for free. You do not need to add the freebies to your cart, the free chocolate. It's getting added to your package once the order is placed, and boom, bang, bang, shows up to your door in 2 to 5 business days. And then, of course, you get that 60% off lifetime discount, man. Absolutely shocking. And you're going to receive, so I recommend also checking out the Chad mode because you're getting such a crazy discount. The Chad mode is a natural energy drink pre-workout from Chalk, which has organic blue spirulina and organic caffeine that's cold water extracted from green coffee beans. So the vast majority of caffeinated beverages, they use synthetic caffeine, which we found out is mostly produced in China. and they use ammonia and urea to make it, which is like some kind of piss or something, urea. So super chemicals. Chalk got instead cold water extracted from green coffee bean caffeine, 150 milligrams per scoop. Now the blue spirulina in here is freaking amazing because it's one of the most powerful binders and detoxifiers in the natural world. It grabs onto stuff and it pulls it out of you. It's freaking good for you. It's also delicious. You will completely love it. And you're getting 60% off for life right now with that code 60life. So go to chalk.com. The first 2 people to put a male or female vitality stack in their cart get 60. If you apply the coupon code, you get 60% off for life, and you will receive a $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Now, in the male and female stack, you have the organic ashwagandha, which is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases the production of melatonin, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. It's a hormone optimizer. It's super, super pro-fertile. And we found out today it increases mental clarity, cognition, focus, all kinds of brain stuff. I thought it was more just hormones, but it's extremely good for your brain as well. And no, Josh, tell me about that movie, dude. I have not seen the new Mummy movie. I have seen the old ones, though. But let me know, dude. But anyways, ashwagandha, that's in both the male and female stack. Extremely pro-fertile. And then in the female stack, the third superfood is the wild-crafted Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals. It's a hormone optimizer. It's pro-fertile. It also has anti-aging effects, and because it has so many bioavailable minerals, that binds to free radicals and heavy metals and excretes them out of the body. Really, eh? That's strange, Josh. I'm sure there's always I mean, any new Hollywood production has an angle to it for sure. Enlightened, I would definitely, Shilajit is believed to decalcify the pineal gland. The Irish moss has a ton of minerals which help break down calcifications and acidic deposits in the body, like the pineal gland, if it's calcified. Blue spirulina is believed to be one of the top foods for the pineal gland. In fact, pretty much, if you type in top foods for the pineal gland, you're basically looking at Chalk's lineup of superfoods that they have. Ashwagandha's on there. Like, look at this. Top superfoods for pineal gland. Really, that's crazy, Rules. I didn't know it was so advanced like that. So top superfoods, here we go. There's a lot more memes these days. Let's see. This thing is slow as a cucumber, man. There we go. Okay, so cacao. We got cacao. Oh, this isn't even for pineal gland. That's just for... Okay, look. Anyway, it's basically shilajit, ashwagandha, Irish moss. So if I search top foods for pineal gland opposed to decalcify, I might get results and look for it. I don't know. I mean, like if you type in, does fluoride calcify the pineal gland or whatever, it specifically states that that fluoride absorbs into the pineal gland faster than any other tissue in the body. So it literally says that with Google's AI. But anyways, yeah, what I'm saying is the whole Chalk lineup is basically all extremely pro pineal gland function. So we're doing 60% off for life right now, where if you put the male or female vitality stack in your cart at chalk.com and you apply the coupon code 60life, you get a 60% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically you're going to receive a $100 free bag of organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is super good for your pineal gland, boosts your gut microbiome, and massively stimulates stem cell production as well, which is pretty freaking awesome. So shout out to the freaking chocolate. By the way, Chalk is based in Texas. They ship out of Georgia. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Josh says, do you have anything to say about the water or AI database centers drinking our water? Here's the thing, like, in theory, because water is actually a renewable resource, if they tap into the primary water cycle, then it really wouldn't matter how much water data centers use. But if we are, in theory, if we have a limited amount of surface water, like if they're draining the Great Lakes to cool a data center, then yeah, that's obviously shit. But now you can't even use, Google without it turning AI mode on, summarizing the whole thing for you. Now people, you know what? people used to not, like 99% of people don't scroll past like the second page of Google, right? They don't. Now people barely scroll a tiny micro bit because who's going to click an article when you can just read the AI overview? You know, Campbell CEO was caught on audio tape saying he doesn't eat that 3D printed meat. I know, didn't he call it like a bunch of crap? Like who eats that shit? Kind of is for poor people or something. Didn't he say that, Bohemian? I remember that. I should make a post about that. Yeah, like I should remake one. Hold on, let me write that down. Who else said that? Well, it's like you don't get high on your own supply, right? I mean, it's what you call it? Steve Jobs' kids didn't have iPads. I'm sure the CEO of McDonald's doesn't eat that shit. Remember when he ate it and he's like, "This is a really good product," and he took like a micro bite out of it. Do you remember that? And then all these other CEOs were like making fun of him and shit. But McDonald's, man, I wouldn't eat it because of the not even like because of the toxins and stuff in it, but I don't like the potential demonic stuff that is tied with that. You know what I mean? Thanks for the yeah, suggestion action there, Mrs. Enlightened Children. Can you DM it to me on Instagram if you have it handy anyway? Okay, hold on a second, guys. So we have literally like a pretty much 10-minute window left. If you are trying to get your superfoods in order right now, go to chalk.com ASAP. Put a male or female stack in your cart and a Chad mode. I say apply the coupon code 60life. You get a 60% off lifetime discount, and automatically you're going to get a $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order for free. Which, by the way, you can eat by the spoon dry. It is that good. And also, you're going to be having all those brain benefits to it. Plus, it's known that the heirloom cacao, as Rules and Tools pointed out, it literally, get this, has the highest polyphenol and flavanol content than any other plant in the world, which is pretty freaking cool. So that's what you get if you're getting the chocolate powder into you. And then remember too, the third superfood in the male vitality stack is the wildcrafted Tongkat Ali, which comes from the chemical-free Malaysian rainforest. And that stuff boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. Plus, it increases sperm count, sperm motility, muscle mass, muscle endurance, and muscle recovery. So you feel like $1 million taking that, dude. Are they draining the surface water for their inner realm? Yeah, I don't know, man. 2% human DNA in it. That's right, hippy dippy. That's right. There is human DNA. Now, I think the mainstream says there's human DNA in it because of, people accidentally dropping a hair follicle or whatever into like the vat of slime when they're making it, right? But of course, we have other thoughts like, why does McDonald's own a bunch of children's hospitals and not own any farms? That was someone pointed that out, and that's just a dark thought, man. But I don't trust any of these factory farmed any of this fast food shit. I'm not tempted by it at all either. That's right, Will. 100%, man. Yo, Will, tell me about your sister, dude. Is she ordering? I'm telling Chalk to hold a slot for her if so. And shout out to Hippy Dippy for tuning in all the way from. Where's Hippy Dippy again? Where is everyone? Everyone comment where they're at. Except I know where Rules and Tools is. Rules and Tools, are you going to hang out with Will? You guys live near each other and you're both into organicness, man. But Rules, I know, if anything, Will's got to come to you because you got your farm going in. By the way, I don't really know what to think about Carl Jung other than I think he was like a pretty smart guy. I also know that Alan Watts is a good one too. Thanks for sending me that, Enlightened Children. You're coming from Niagara Falls, eh? That's awesome. I just met someone from Niagara Falls the other day. I've been there once or twice, a couple times actually. It's a cool spot. You can grow peaches there, man. The only part of Canada other than British Columbia that you can grow peaches. Maybe in Vancouver you can too. I mean, that's obviously in BC, but I'm thinking maybe could you grow peaches at the bottom of Alberta? Probably. You used to listen to Alan Watts with your grandfather when you were younger. So your whole family is freaking tuned in and tuned on, man. That is amazing, Rules. A lot of the ideas come from, yeah, let me check that out, Carl Jung. But I don't know, in theory, like saying like we are gods is kind of like blasphemous, right? So that's why some people are not into that terminology. But I'm open to listening because like we can create our own reality in a way. But I think it's through the power of God, with the power of God, rather than that we are gods. But is that a limiting belief? I don't know. Like to call myself a god is kind of a crazy thought. Like really, like I also think some of this whole reality is already scripted and written too. So hold on a second. So guys, we got 8 minutes left. There's a bunch of people on the site. If you're on the site, get your order placed literally within the next 8 minutes. This is the biggest deal probably we've ever freaking done. Collingwood, really hippy dippy. So I could chuck a stone to your front door. It's hot out right now, eh, hippy dippy? Alan's saying it's bettering to live a short life doing what you love than a long one in a miserable way. Yeah, that's that makes sense. Or one door closes, another one opens. Your cup sometimes has to be emptied to make room for the new floweth of it. There's a whole, I watched the thing on it a while ago. No, he had some good, Alan Watts is tuned in, man, for sure. Was. So hold on a second. Shilajit Ashwagandha Irish Moss is the female vitality stack. Shilajit Ashwagandha Tongkat Ali is the male vitality stack. You get either stack, and you get $100 bag of free lit powder and 60% off for life in your with your subscription. Now, you can cancel or modify your subscription at any time, but keep in mind the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose to experience the full range of benefits. But with that being said, yeah, dude, you're going to feel 30% of people who take Chalk's active subscribers, 30% of them report feeling a difference within the first few days. Another 30% is within the first few weeks. And then the rest is later on. The main thing is because they're clinically studied, if you are taking them, you will be benefited. You're getting benefits. So people are like, how long should I wait to, or when will I feel the benefit of love? You don't want to put a time window on it. You want to just start getting it into you, man. Not even enough cow. I know that's a trippy one too. Hippie Dippy said, not even enough cows to serve what they say they serve daily. I heard that theory. There's not enough olive trees in the world to produce as much olive oil that's produced. So that means they're cutting it, right? Yeah, he did say that, didn't he, Enlightened Children? Let me just double check. Oh, yeah, he did. Oh, with the translations within you, the traditional King James translation suggests an internal spiritual reality inside of a person, whereas among or in your midst, many modern translations render the phrase as the kingdom of God is in the midst of you or among you. But either way, it's like with you, right? Because Jesus was speaking to the Pharisees, a group that largely opposed him, many scholars point out that he likely meant the kingdom was actively present right there in front of them in the form of his own ministry, rather than residing inside the hearts of those hostile to him. So there's everything's up for debate a little bit, eh? But yeah, he did say that. Hold on a second. Boom, bang, bang. Oh, he was definitely onto something. Well, hippy dippy, don't you know that? Surely you know this then. Or wait, the one in Enlightened Children, dude. So you're in Niagara Falls. Have you been to the Nikola Tesla giant freaking ancient Tartarian building that's alongside the Niagara Falls? Because that thing's crazy, dude. It's quite shocking. Guys, we literally have 5 minutes left on this deal. And then we're shutting her down. 60% off for life and $100 bag of chocolate powder, organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. Shocking, man. Let me see here. Hold on a sec. And remember, too, the Irish moss in the female stack with the full matrix of minerals that it has. Dude, go check it out. Enlightened Children. I would literally go look at that today if I were you. The giant Nikola Tesla building that he helped build or something, and it's total Tartarian style, man. It's huge. I don't know. Type in hold on, Nikola Tesla building Niagara Falls. 5074 Victoria Ave. Yeah, 5074 Victoria Ave. Check that out, man. What a marvel that falls is, eh? Oh, and there's a statue of Nikola Tesla. Wow, that's cool. You know that a Serbian $100 bill has Nikola Tesla on it, eh? And it's worth like $40 of our money. Pre-flood must have been wild. Yeah, I know, Bohemian, with like electric bikes that run on free energy and stuff. Yeah, definitely. Guys, so this is the final full-blown Fullerton window is closing as we speak. We have 4 minutes left. You got to get your order placed with the discount code 60LIFE. That's 60 life. And you get a 60% off lifetime discount. Cancel or modified at any time. And you get a $100 bag of chocolate powder, man. Wow, rules and tools. Look at what he just said. I have a crazy story about when I was adopted at 3 years old. When I was taken away from my biological mom, I wanted to see her so bad. My adoptive mom told me to pray and ask Jesus to see her. That weekend at church, she showed up, never being there before. Dude, that's crazy rules and tools, man. That's a crazy story, bro. Are you still in touch with your mom? Let me know, dude. I know we're going back and forth, but that's interesting. Well, it's like when people say, God, if you're real, like strike lightning now when it's like a storm. And then immediately they say there's, you see a lightning strike. Things like that. Or people get a tap on their shoulder in their heads before they're crossing a street that says slow down or stop or whatever. And then all of a sudden a bus comes flying by with the brakes weren't working. All is one, right? Enlightened children, 100%. Well, like we're experiencing this moment in time together right now. But we're all experiencing it slightly differently. Will's all the way in California. You guys are in who knows where? Niagara Falls, friggin' Collingwood. Where is Collingwood again? I know it's down below me there, but oh, I was Saga Beach last weekend, or 2 weeks ago. Collingwood, nice spot, bro. Beautiful, man. I was thinking you were near. I for some reason thought that was more near Kitchener, but yeah, Collingwood, man. Wow. Small world, dude. So listen, guys, we have literally 2 minutes left. Technically 1, but I'll extend it by 1 minute because there's still a bunch of people running around the website right now. If you're on the site, get your order placed ASAP. And you're getting that freebie and 60% off for life. This is a chance to stock up, man. Chocolate or Chad mode, 60% off for life. It's freaking wild, man. Wow, that's crazy rules. How come you got adopted from her? I mean, that's obviously super personal, but you opened up, so I'm wondering. You got me wondering. Another thing to ponder on, you are all me, but different. Not literally me, but you, him and her. We are all on the same shared conscious, so we are all one, but different. I know, the mystery of life, dude. I know. That's a very interesting angle to it. Okay, hold on a second here. Boom, bang, bang. It's kind of sad though, but rules but it's life, right? Things happen, but made you stronger. You can't tell me you'd be weaker from going through that experience, right? And you seem like you have a pretty good head on your shoulders, whereas sometimes people go through that sort of thing and they end up a bit gimped, like mentally as they're older, right? Okay, hold on a second. Oh, okay, that's why rules. Okay, I figured, or well, that would be my first guess. That's the most common anyway. Listen, guys, thank you all for joining. I hope you guys get your freebies locked in if you place your order ASAP at chalk.com. You're gonna be feeling like $1 million. And also, let me just double check here. Boom, bang, bang. Remember to use the code 60life, 60LIFE, to get the 60% off lifetime discount. you get a free chocolate. Thank you all for joining. This was a fun one. We'll see you on the next one. I got to make a bunch of posts. So I'll see you on the gram. Much love, everyone. Keep your head on a swivel, all right?